Most of us are taught that stress is bad for both our mental and physical health, and the only way to live a better and healthier life is to eliminate it. However, what if I were to tell you that not only is this very idea unhelpful for our well-being, but it is also doing you more harm than good? Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bong Huang, an undergraduate of Media and Culture Studies at Lancaster University in the UK. On my channel, I help you summarize books and talks mainly from TED in a simple, concise way so that you can easily understand the most important bits of them, as well as to provide you with my own opinions that not only could help you to form your own opinions, but also to give you tips on creating a quality of life that leads to a successful and contented way of life. And if you're interested in personal growth and success, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it a lot. In today's video, we're going to look at a talk by psychologist Kelly McGonigal called How to Make Stress Your Friend, in which she argues the notion of stress is bad for you is actually worse than stress itself, while she teaches the tips and tricks that you can use to approach and alleviate it. So now, without further ado, let's get started. Such like the majority of us, McGonigal also believed that other than increasing our chances of getting cardiovascular disease, stress does not benefit us in any way, shape, or form, and there's absolutely nothing good about it.
No, I'm no goody-goody. I'm a baddie.
But her mind changed shortly after she observed the surprising results of a study, which demonstrates that stress does raise the chances of death by 43%. Nonetheless, that is only applicable to those who believe that stress is bad for us compared to those who did not think stress is bad. On top of that, based on the study, further research shows that more than 180,000 Americans died prematurely not due to stress itself, rather the belief that stress is harmful. Oof. Furthermore, just as interesting as the previous study, in a social stress test carried out by Harvard University, it is found that participants who were told that stress is good for them actually appeared to be less stressed out and anxious, whilst they were even more confident. Beyond that, as a consequence of the increased tension in our blood vessels, rise in heart rate and blood pressure are thus typical responses to a stressful environment such as the experiment. Nevertheless, for those less stressed out participants, their blood vessel tension, blood pressure, and heart rate remained normal, despite their hearts still beating fast. To which McGonigal suggests actually looks a lot like what happens in moments of joy and courage. Moreover, what a lot of us didn't know is, as a response to stress, the body not only releases hormones like adrenaline, but also oxytocin, aka the cuddle hormone, which makes us crave for hugs, love, and support from others. Hence, McGonigal suggests the release of oxytocin is a sign for us to seek support and express our feelings. And by conveying our feelings and encourage each other, we're able to simultaneously care for both ourselves and others as we strengthen our relationships. In her talk, McGonigal states, how you think and how you act can transform your experience of stress. When you choose to view your stress response as helpful, you create the biology of courage. And when you choose to connect with others under stress, you can create resilience. Indeed, through the studies that are mentioned in the talk, McGonigal demonstrates that the simple change in our mindset towards stress is able to change our body's response towards it. And it is via doing so that we can trust ourselves to overcome the challenges we face, and concurrently, as we know that we're not facing them alone. To conclude this talk, what McGonigal is arguing is that stress, although for many of us is horrible and terrifying, there are measures that we can take to ease the unpleasant feeling of stress and turn it from something that may potentially kill us into something that strengthens us and binds us together. In addition, notwithstanding, I think there is one simple yet important message that is conveyed through McGonigal's arguments, which all of us ought to know. That is, stress is completely normal. What could be seen oftentimes is that people tend to deal with stress with means of suppression. Some common examples are drugs and alcohol, or less extreme ones like clubs, video games, and porn. For the former two, especially drugs, simply don't do it. But for the latter ones, it's not to say that we can't do them or they're unbeneficial for dealing with our stress. Of course, they're fun and enjoyable. However, it is not helpful when these activities become our tools to escape or even forget stress or whatever the problem is we have to face. And this is exactly when we apply the approaches that McGonagall takes to ourselves. Compared to distracting ourselves and chasing those momentary and empty highs, as Mark Manson argues in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which I'm going to do a summary and opinion on, and a pretty good book, by the way. It is much better if we go talk to those who love and support us and find other healthier ways to reduce stress. For example, go for a walk or exercise. Meanwhile, we are clearly aware that procrastinating and distracting ourselves does not do any good to eliminate both the problem and stress. Moreover, there are also plenty of resources available that we have access to, always ready and prepared with the tools and information that we need. And needless to say, loads of them can be accessed by merely typing the keywords into the search bar in your browser and pressing enter. And lastly, there are always people who love you and are eager to help you and support you and be there for you. All you gotta do is ask. You are not alone. Hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well as to learn more about self-growth and success. Every like and subscription is deeply appreciated. Also, please comment below for any topics you would like me to talk about in the future or any useful tips that help you to reduce stress and anxiety. Thank you so much for your support and watching to this point of the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.